Welcome to a new video series on memory and learning. In the first unit, we will only talk about small part of the memory. We will learn about some helpful tips that may help you prepare for the exam. In addition to studying hard over the course materials, it is always important for you to maintain certain levels of well-being to do well in an exam. So you could try this by applying the facial feedback hypothesis. So facial expressions can influence our actual experiences, and you could try this by doing the pen and mouth paradigm. So take out a pen and then hold a pen in your mouth with your teeth wide open. This can activate your muscles involved in smiling and can trick your brain to become happy. So here's the opposite. So when you tried holding the pen with your lips, it prevents smiling and tricks your brain to be grumpy. So you wouldn't want to try this to improve your mood. The second tip that you could apply to increase your test performance would be to sit in the same seat where you usually learn. This is based on the memory concept called Encoding specificity principle. Last class, we talked about the importance of cues in combating an aging brain. Cues are important in our memory retrieval regardless of age groups. So research found that students who took the test in the same place they learned were actually able to recall more things in an exam. In addition to sitting in the same seat, it is known that information are better recalled when you are in the same state during learning and during retrieval. So the state may encompass your psychological state, and also temperature, time, and other senses like scent and sound. Here is a famous study by Goodwin. He found that the number of errors made is generally lower when the study state and the test state matches. So if you are not affected by alcohol during studying, and you are also not affected by alcohol when taking an exam, you will make the least amount of errors. But when you are intoxicated when studying and then sober during an exam, you are most likely to make a lot of errors. Finally, the most important tip to do well in an exam will be to get enough sleep. So normal adults need around 7 to 9 hours of sleep per day. And memory consolidation wouldn't occur unless you have enough sleep. When memories are first formed, they are quite easily disrupted. But we will move into consolidation, which is a process by which memories can become stable, and sleep plays a role here. So we can shift memories from short-term to long-term memory, and it can protect memory from disruption. There are other memory strategies like distributing your practice or reviewing time. So here are 3 students, William, Anika, and Chen. So they all study for 6 hours in total, but they divide their time differently. Research suggests that student number 3 is likely to have the best test score because of distributed practice. So you can perform better if you just space out your studying a little bit. To understand and identify your own learning blind spot, you could utilize the serial precision effect, or what we call the primacy and recency effect. So this effect suggests that information presented at the beginning and at the end are more likely to be remembered. So you could spend more time studying the middle part of the lecture. And finally, this is the forgetting curve. So the curve depicts that it is important to always review lecture materials early in order to reduce the time on relearning. I hope you will find these basic tips on memory to be helpful in your exam. And for the next unit, we will focus on the learning concepts on classical conditioning.